What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Cruisin' with Kevin. Today's guest is the Ferragamo Falcon himself, Mr. Guapdad4000. First met him over a couple years ago. We're actually at the Kaiser Hospital. He was at a restaurant earlier. I think he had some kind of allergic reaction or something. He said his neck was all crazy. It's probably just a scam. I'm probably getting finammed. He'll be joining me shortly. You guys get to come along for the ride. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Let's get it. Let's go, brother.
What's good?
Guapdad4000. How are you, bro? We're rolling. We're live.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Damn.
This is how we do it. So, in my trusty Matt Gray backpack, I've got some Crep Protect stuff for you because they are the sponsor of this episode.
Tight.
So this is the Crep Cure Ultimate Sneaker Cleaner Kit. This is for you.
Thank
you have
you.
this. I know you got like probably hundreds of those.
Thousands.
By the way, let's do that again. Thank you so much for joining me, bro. So we're just gonna make a lap then.
Yeah, let's
and
do
we'll just knock this out.
Either way, we driving.
Speaking of Crep, what's it been like for you to see the touring opportunities and the way that you can partner with companies to help get you out on the road, seeing the world, and spreading your music, man?
Man, it's been amazing. Crep played a big role in this last run of tours. I did Fashion Nova, Ethica.
Yeah.
I partnered with a lot of people to make it happen because touring is expensive.
Yeah, man.
But it felt good though, man. It felt good. Even be in a position that those brands would even want to fuck with me like that. So shit, I wasn't complaining.
I know you've been on tour with different artists. You've done your own thing, West Coast, international. What's been, well, it's probably hard to narrow it down, but what's been a highlight for you so far?
There's been so many highlights.
Yeah.
The tight thing about it is a lot of my fans pull up with gifts for me because my interests are so nerdy that whoever really like, it's hella easy to please me. So people pull up and give me comic books, Pokemon cards. I actually got gifts from a fan right here that I just never took out of my purse.
Oh, you got for real Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
So I collected like
they turned me
baseball
into
and
Pokemon
basketball
cards.
Wow, this literally has Guapdad4000's Me Too GX HP 350.
Yeah.
And this dude looks like you and everything, brother.
Yeah, they turned me into full Pokemon cards.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tight, huh?
Yeah. And so like that, where did you get those from? What country?
I got those from America.
Okay. Remember what state?
Idaho.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Idaho, the potato state.
Look at that.
Man, them hoes was thick out there.
You're from West Oakland. Your story is amazing because your mom was 14 years old when she had you. Your dad was like 16, 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And now you are literally seeing the world.
Yeah.
Because of your music and your personality and social media, etc. When did you realize that your music was going to take you to other parts of the world?
You know, I never even thought about it, to be honest. It wasn't like to directly answer the question, I realized that shit as soon as I got off the plane in London. Yeah. And I was like, oh,
we here.
Shit. We here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I realized it. But, because honestly, and for lack of better words, I'm not like a big goal guy. Okay. I do things on the micro. Yep. So I was like, oh man, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. What's next? I never was like, man, 5 years from now, I'm gonna be such a tight ass rapper that I'm gonna be in London doing this. Like I never thought of that. I just wanted to just keep growing. Yep. So it's tight, man. It was dope as fuck. Especially me being an opener. You would think that just a lot of people don't know who I was, but I was surprised in a few countries where it was just like Guapdad fans there, front row, waiting on me. Guapdad before the show, and I'm like, what? I'm like 8,000 miles away. What the hell? That's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, but it's tight. And it's cool to do it through art because I wouldn't want to do it through anything else.
You mentioned art, and you went to a charter middle school. You went to, because of not only your art prowess, drawing, but your intelligence, your ability to test well. You were also able to go to a private school, international high school in San Francisco for a few years. How important was it for you to be well-rounded, to be balanced?
That's really the root of it. That's why it was so important to me, because it didn't matter if I was smart. I had to be smarter than what people assumed I was supposed to do. Because like if I got just good grades, it was just like, oh, okay, he's just like whatever. But I like being special, and I knew that I could perform at that level, so I wanted to get better grades than the white kids. So it was really important for me to outdo them, because especially when you black coming from West Oakland of all places, you gotta outperform. Because if you perform regular, you didn't perform at all.
Yeah. You mentioned West Oakland. For the people who aren't familiar with where you're from, really close to the Bottoms, and you're right across from, you know, Cypress Village is right there. Shout out to Jay Stalin from Cypress. What did you realize early on about your childhood, not just the area, but your family circumstance being different from maybe your peers?
I mean, I just knew, speaking about private school in particular, I just knew they had more money than me. Like one of my homies had like a personal chef, because he had like a severe peanut allergy, so everything he ever ate from a baby to when I met him was cooked for him.
Not bad.
Yeah. What? Like I went to school with this dude Michael Moritz, his kids, and he was like the venture capitalist that originally invested in fucking Apple and Google. And he was like, yeah, I like throughout the week, I'm just bringing some of my homies over to talk to y'all. It's like, first one is just a dude who owed me a favor. His name's Craig, and it was Craig from Craigslist.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's the type of niggas I was going to school with, and I just knew immediately that it wasn't like me, because I'm going home. I got aunties still on crack, you know what I'm saying? Homeless, also on crack and other shit, heroin, black tar, heroin, and all type of wild, like poisonous vices. And that's what I had to deal with, on top of just like losing people that I grew up with left and right. Like, niggas is dead. So there was a distinct difference in culture, I say. I remember one of my this girl I went to school with tried to tell me racism wasn't a thing. She's like, oh, come on. Like, I tried to say something, and she really gave me the, oh, come on. What are you talking about?
This was in high school?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What? I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked from her reacting like that and being that oblivious. I still can't understand it to this day.
Well, one of the things that high school allowed you to do was travel. You were in Germany, Japan, these different countries.
Yes.
Coming from where you were from, and you're seeing vast differences between who you're around when you're home and who you're around in high school.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to travel at that age? Not just to travel, but you're going to, like, these are different worlds.
Yeah.
What was that like for you, man?
Honestly, man, it was so crazy. Like, I remember going to Germany, and I had missed the flight to go with the rest of the kids because my passport would take an extra day. I didn't have a passport yet, and I was on the flight by myself. I was so scared because I was like, damn, man, I'm in between these two fat people, and if one of them farts, I'm gonna die.
And you're on that plane for a minute.
Yeah, 21 hours.
Damn.
So as soon as I got off of the plane, I immediately looked around. I said, damn, this looks like a Disney movie. Look at all the buildings. This looks like World of Warcraft in real life. I couldn't believe it. It was tight. I ate all the food. I had weird sex adventures with the girl who like my foreign exchange buddy.
Okay.
She was doing wild stuff with like a microwave.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
It was crazy.
What was she eating up?
She was heating.
She was on fire?
Hey, she was doing wild stuff with that microwave and the cup.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was my first Germany experience.
Okay, that was Germany?
Uh-huh.
Okay, gotcha.
We also, on that same trip, went to France. Like the south of France. It was tight as fuck. Felt like they were kind of racist in that area we were in, but I think the French are really known for that. So that wasn't cool. No. But I also went to we went to like 3 different concentration camps.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that was crazy to see. Crazy to see. It's the same thing like when you go to the south and you go to old like plantations. It's the same type of vibe. It's just so eerie.
Yeah, you feel the energy.
Yeah, but like you got a different respect for history that way when you touch it. And then we went to Burger King and it was Hitler's birthday and like German niggas was doing the fucking
no shit.
Hitler salute. It was wild.
Wow.
I'm like, did y'all not go to the camps?
Damn.
I bought a piece of the wall in Berlin this trip.
Okay.
I don't know if it's authentic or not. I was in the store with my manager like, I don't know if it's from the actual wall or not, but we gonna get it anyway.
You mentioned your manager, Sam.
Yeah.
And he's popped up in some of the videos, his voice.
Sam liked to do his little cameos.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam, man. Good people. How important has it been for you to have that real strong team around you, and what's Sam and the rest of these guys done for your career?
Oh man, for one, I owe Sam everything.
Yeah.
Like your manager is really coming to your life and be your pops until like you don't need to be your pop. He really like your training wheels. Really. And it take a while, it take quicker for some people to learn how to ride on their own, but like your manager is really your training wheels. At least he was for me. So without him I wouldn't be on the fucking motorcycle that I am now, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn how to pop a wheelie. But it all started on the... I damn near wasn't even on training wheels. I was on the pegs. I'm on the pegs holding on to Sam's fat ass arm. So shout out to Sam. He changed my life.
You know,
that's super important.
Yeah. In the intro to this, I mentioned this, that we met over 2 years ago. So we were at Taj, who's a very famous music video director and a good friend of ours.
Taj is so ugly.
I'm sure he's gonna hate you for saying that.
I know.
But that's fine. So we met at Taj's place the night that Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And I remember I had literally just maybe 2 days prior to that saw Snoop repost your video about, you know, being sexually attracted to tacos.
I don't trust anybody. I don't even tell myself secrets. I think everybody is the police and I'm drinking way too much Hennessy. But I can't stop watching anime, and I'm also addicted to sex. So that's good. I probably eat way more chicken wings than normal people, and I think I'm sexually attracted to tacos.
And so I remember thinking like, oh, that's him. But I had no idea that you were, you know, musically inclined and that you had this passion. And we were just vibing and talking and joking, etc. And then I remember when I first heard your music, I was like, okay, he has something, because your music in itself was really strong, but you also had this personality. Can you talk about how social media, and maybe even that moment in particular, helped propel you to where you are now with getting reposted by Snoop and just shit going viral like that?
Yeah, man, it was it took a while. I had gone viral before then on my birthday, which is like the legendary one that people always like.
With the money falling on you.
I took this picture just to give it to myself. I love me. Happy birthday, you. Nobody does me better than yourself. Love, I spent so much time trying to recreate that moment because I hadn't realized what that moment was when it was just me being myself. That's all it was. That's literally how it went viral. And then when I remember realizing it and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna vent about my situation, and I made that video and literally it went viral that same day. Snoop reposted it. It was so many people on Facebook reposting it. I woke up, it had like something million views. I was like, what? I was blown out the park.
Yeah.
And at the time I had one song out. One song called Money, produced by Drew Banger. Shout out Drew Banger. It went from like a couple hundred plays to like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. And I was like, oh shit, this is it. This is it. And it kind of just started rolling from there. And I always, when people ask me about the importance of social media, then I tell that story, it can kind of be confused or misconstrued that I'm alluding to you doing what I did and making videos and shit like that. It's 1,000 ways to go viral. It's 1,000 ways to manipulate the internet to better your speed in advancing. But at the same time, you got to be authentic. My main thing about the internet is authenticity, because you got somebody like 6ix9ine who built this whole thing that was completely inauthentic, and it blew up.
Yeah, you get white hot and you
know
come
what I'm
right
saying?
down real quick.
Boom gang.
Yeah.
Now he wanted to be the whole positive thing, and shout out to him for wanting to do that. But like you see, it just never works. You can't keep up a facade forever, so be authentic on the internet, and people will fuck with it because people tap in with real people.
And it's easy to see too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that comes back to where you're from, the people you're around growing up. Like, so you left International High School, you kind of bounced around to different high schools in Oakland, and then you finished up at Oakland Tech.
Yep.
Why did you do that? And can you talk about how much different it was from getting into the city every day too?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saved a lot more money on travel because I wasn't on BART. But at the same time, it was boring, man. I had so many fucking units and college credits from International that for my next 2 years of high school, I have like 3 classes. And that was tight, but like I was bored the rest of the day because everybody else is in class. It's like skipping school every day. You know how you skip school for like one day or a couple days and then you gotta go back just to see what you missed? Like, I'm missing everything because I don't have anything to do. So I really wasn't fucking with that at all. But one of my brothers, Devon, he was at Tech, and it made me want to go to Tech because I had got into Berkeley High, but they did a home visiting. I was gone
out of there.
And I'm glad I didn't go to Berkeley High though, because I was having sex with too many girls from there anyway.
Block was hot.
Yeah, it was wild. Berkeley had them. That was the place. Yeah.
Okay. During that time, I imagine, is when you started to invest time, effort, energy into Tumblr, Facebook.
Yeah.
So you started to see early on what you could do with social media, what the possibilities were. You guys are throwing parties and doing all this different stuff. Do you credit those years and being able to be creative on those different platforms with some of the success that you're having now in social media?
Yeah.
I bring the shit back to MySpace.
Yeah.
And even before then, like Black Planet and Zynga and all that shit. Like it was
I always wanted a Black Planet page, by the way. I might have browsed on there. I don't think I ever made a profile.
I
think
wonder
I was browsing.
I wonder if Sam had it, because you gotta understand, Sam had all of that shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Black Men magazine?
No.
Sam had a subscription to this magazine.
Guap, it's Sam. Do you not think that all of them are now going to hit me up and ask where the fuck the photos are?
You're screaming.
Sam's a fat Jewish /
He's
Armenian
fluffy.
white guy.
A little bit.
He's
got
well, I mean,
thick
he in the
bones,
gym.
right?
He in the gym.
Okay.
He in the gym. He's shaving it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a long shave, but it's a shave. And like, either way, from those days, because when people say the internet and like, I come from a generation. I'm an internet baby. I was there when the internet first moved into commercial, into the masses with dial-up. I used to go steal the AOL disc from Pack and Save in Emeryville, take it out to whatever magazines I could find it in, and then start my free trial. And ever since then, it was just like, oh man, I could be creative on here. I could like customize this, or I can get people to see my things this way. So when MySpace came around, and everybody learned early HTML coding and you know, like kind of getting the feet wet with the thing. I was one of those dudes who took it above and beyond. Like people would pay me to do that whole thing, and from there I learned CSS coding and a little bit more advanced It's cold work. I never moved past that. But it was it's always come easy to me. So now when it comes to marketing myself on Instagram via similar channels, you don't get to be as gaudy, I guess, as like MySpace and shit like that. But it's the same premise. I approach the internet how I approach everything. It's just like, how can I display myself in the tightest way? And that's why I carry myself how I carry myself digitally.
So from the end of high school to where you are now, what occupied your time?
Man, I was drawing. We were throwing parties, and the parties gave us money to do more music. The parties got so huge. Parties got so huge. We were throwing Project X themed parties like the movie. It got so big to the point we had the actual actors from the movie come to the last couple parties.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. BET, MTV, VH1, these people coming and doing media coverage. It was like, it was so.
It was next level then.
It was so
Damn.
huge. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that big.
I mean, it got so big we couldn't even do normal venues. We had to get the large party permit, which when you got a public expectancy of over 2,000 people in capacity, you got to get a certain permit. We started getting extorted by the police. This dude, Officer Espinoza, fuck you. He used to, party permits are only like $900 at the time. We was paying this man almost 10 bands.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
What was we gonna say? Because we tried to throw it without one, and he came and shut us down. So it was like, all right, I guess. I was devastated. But that was happening, and then on top of that, our group had a couple songs. The YBs had a couple like glorious music moments, and it was tight. It was tight until it wasn't no more. And then that's when it's a dark chunk. In that big chunk, there's definitely a dark period in my life, which I attribute to a lot of my mental fortitude now, because that shit was heavy.
You feel like expanding on
it? Yeah, like we fell off as musicians. I felt like I was getting great at doing music. I had started producing because we just didn't want to buy beats from anybody. And it was this whole pocket of me creatively that was undiscovered. I'd always been painting, I'd always been drawing. So I draw at night, and I draw in the day or paint in the daytime, and I make beats all night on this pink iHome my mama had got for me before she went to jail. It was a pink iHome. You put the old iPhone right in the front of it. It was so tight, hella pretty. I used to walk around with it, take pictures. Cause I really like pink.
Dipset.
Yep. So I just make beats on that thing forever. And it was crazy because as my life started spiraling down, like my parents didn't go to jail, my grandma got cancer, I got my little brother's this mortgage, all these bills, my little sister, and this whole house full of niggas that I moved in to help me, and then they start going through their own trials and tribulations in their life and shit. It was like I only had to focus on just like this love of trying to make music, and it was kind of my driving force throughout that time, even though I had hit a real low, which I don't know if to talk about, where I really wanted to just not be here no more. And it took a while to bounce back from that, but after that, I started getting money. I started doing what I was doing, and what everybody knows I talk about, you know, and I was busting, and it was crazy, and I'm talking about it now in the music, because a lot of people a lot of black youth don't know what it's like to actually have hella money and still be devastated, because like my rap career was going nowhere, and this is what I was so invested in. This is what I wasn't sleeping over. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was a crazy time, that chunk. Then I would move to LA, go viral, and shit started back up.
Yeah. before we get to that, there's this time where you have this really dark period. You mentioned not even being sure if you wanted to be here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that youth really need to hear you talk about, because they see you now, I see you now as this confident Leo. You were born on the 26th.
Yeah.
I was born 2 days later.
I'm so happy. That's why I fuck with you, because you're a July Leo.
My dog.
I don't always get along with August Leos.
Yeah. We've got a good balance.
Yeah, exactly.
But people see you now as this confident young Leo who's got a lot going for himself. There was another time in your life when that wasn't the case. So like, can you speak on what helped get you out of that dark place? And maybe now when you look back on it, do you ever wonder like, shit, how did I get in that place?
It was a collapse. I wasn't talking to anybody for a while, like, because I had to be the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally the golden child in the family. Like, I'm the smart one. I'm figuring shit out. I always make a way to get the bills paid. Like, I find a way regardless. I always had to be that one. So I had nobody to talk to.
Nobody understood that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my niggas held me down, and they did. They held me down. Nobody quit on me. But at the same time, there was a emotional separation where I feel like they just couldn't get it. Even if I expressed it to them, they couldn't get it. Because I remember I tried, not to my niggas directly, but to other people in my family. And older people in black families don't understand depression. They don't understand what mental health was at the time. So me telling them I'm depressed, I'm sad, they don't get it. They're just like, oh, well, nigga, just be happy. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand the process. They don't understand the chemical imbalance behind it. It was very isolating. For me, I feel like the shining light, if I could say that there is one, even though it was a real dull and gray one at the time, was just working. It was all I had to do. I didn't have anything else to do but to work, and I feel like I really worked myself out of that mental rut. Mind you, it still comes back every now and then, because it's not something that just there's no cure, you know.
Yeah.
But like, work was my solution. I stacked to what I believed in, what people was telling me I shouldn't do anymore. Even my mama, she hate when I bring this up. Even my mama was telling me maybe I should get a job, and I actually tried getting a job, and I got fired for something I didn't even do. I wish I was at the bank. I got fired for money missing. I wish I would have just stole from the motherfuckers if that was the case.
So wait, a bank gave you a job?
Yeah.
They didn't check Tumblr and MySpace and all that?
Because we knew the DM who became a branch manager. He stepped down to manage a branch. We knew this man, and he has power in the company. So he got me in there. And that was my first lesson, actually, when I learned that life is 100% who you know. The day of my interview, was another lady there, and he looked at me, put me into the office. He was like, yeah, my guy didn't want to hire you. He doesn't. He brought him in, and bro told me why he didn't want to hire me. And he was like, it's not that you necessarily did bad, but you see that lady right there, she just graduated college, she got such and such blah blah degrees, but we gonna give it to you. Don't fuck it up. And I didn't fuck it up. Somebody else fucked it up for me, but whatever.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I've been fired too. Ain't no shame in that, as you well know.
Yeah, ain't no shame. It is what it is.
I know you are a big Andre 3000 fan.
Oh, yes.
And Outkast was one of my favorite groups, if not my favorite group, growing up. This is the last thing I did on live TV, and then I was fired 2 days later. But this was literally like the last time I was on live TV.
Outkast is peak blackness.
You know what I'm saying? They were like, we can't do this.
Softly as if I play piano in the dark, found a way to channel my anger, not too involved. The world's a stage and everybody got to play their part. God works in mysterious ways, so when he starts the job of speaking through us, we be so sincere with this here. No drugs or alcohol, so I can get the signal clear. As they put my Glock away, I got a stronger weapon that never runs out of ammunition, so I'm ready for war, okay?
Wow, bow down to you.
Kev,
That was incredible.
we weren't expecting that.
And I was fired 48 hours later, bro.
Damn.
And I didn't even cuss.
They just was like not fucking with me.
No. You can't go to the Super Bowl in Atlanta and rap Outkast lyrics.
Where else would you rap them? It's like prime time place. You need to be rapping them.
Hey, but now I'm here doing what I love. So what went into your decision to move to LA?
Man, I took an L. Mind you, I was big. I'm up. I'm up. And I lost about 30 of them things.
Okay.
I'm talking about, that was it. Because I had been trapping to save up money to just, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have hella music videos and all this shit.
And just to be clear, you don't mean trapping selling drugs.
No.
I've heard you state emphatically, I've never sold drugs like that before. So I just want to make sure people knew that.
Yeah, the most.
Because some people will interpret trapping exactly.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
That is true.
Yeah.
After taking the L, for me, it was just like, bro, I don't want to do this no more. It's so easy to. It's not even. Now I want to say it's so easy. It's like impossible to hold on to fast money. It's impossible. Even as a rapper, like the bags that I get the quickest be gone. Money that come fast, it's just impossible to do it because of the circumstance behind it and your lifestyle at the time. So I was like, bro, this is the second time where I done lost well over $20,000. I'm not fucking with this shit no more. It's a wrap. And I called Sam crying.
How'd you know Sam at the time?
Because when I used to come to LA, my videographer was shooting videos for his other artist, Young Pinch.
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, and I would record at his studio. And I remember, I'm on Instagram, and I'm crying, going through it in my room, hella depressed. My room smell like balls and shit. Fucking.
Smell like Bengi and barbecue sauce in here, bro.
Fucking smell like balls. It really, I was jacking off so much, it smelled like chlorine.
Oh, there's like a community pool in here.
Bruh, I'm like, you smell like the YMCA. So I'm like desperate, I'm destitute. I'm like, what's going on? And I remember everything Sam told me he was gonna do with Pinch. And I'm just going down their timelines looking like, damn, this nigga really did everything he told me he was gonna do 8 months ago. So I tapped in and he was like, look, bro, I'm on tour right now. I don't know if I can take you serious. Like last time you pulled up to the studio, you got bitches, you bottles. Me and Juice eating filet mignon and steak. And it's still like, we was on some scammer shit. And he was like, if you could get to LA tonight, I'll give you the key to my lockbox and go in the studio, sleep in there, and record yourself. That's what it was.
That's all you needed.
Yep. And that's what it was. I made it. I hit for a megabus ticket, had $20 in my pocket, bought a Gatorade at the rest stop because I didn't want to eat McDonald's. And showed up to LA with $18, bought Little Caesar as soon as I got there. Ate the fuck out of that shit and start recording.
Wow, man. That's a hell of a story. And now, 2019 just ended with a bang. Right. As you got, there's like this full circle moment where you had Snoop repost you over 2 years ago, and you just got him on Flossin'. Yeah. What was it like getting Uncle Snoop on one of your big hits of the year?
It was crazy for me. It was fucking wild. I'm like, Snoop? Want to get on Flossin' of all things? What? No, I couldn't believe it. I listened to Gucci Pajamas with Charlie Wilson, and I listened to this song I got off my album Dior Deposits called Going Through It with E40. All my uncles, I'm listening like, I can't believe these are my songs. I can't believe it. Sometimes I'm listening like, damn, really? Y'all fuck with me? It's tight. It's tight. It's as tight as I could ever wish anything to be.
I know you're heavily influenced by Mac Dre. You have a lot of appreciation for what Too Short has done in the Bay. You just mentioned 40. For the people who've never been to the Bay and heard like Dre come on at a party or 40 come on at a party, like, can you speak to, even in LA when those songs come on, like it's a different energy for me. I feel like I gotta dance harder because of where we're from. Like, what's it like? It's
almost like a religion. It feels like a gospel moment in church when people are rejoicing and chanting and bumping and really just letting that energy flow out of them in such an expressive and regionally unique way. It feels really ethereal to go through that. Like when I bring people from out of town and they come to like First Friday, or they come with me to like a party that somebody, maybe Dage, or we pull up to an APF event or some shit, you know, and you see the atmosphere in there. It's uncanny. It's uncanny and it's tight because it's so specific. It's only us. It feels like you celebrating being in like the best kept secret club. You know what I'm saying? It's so tight to just go stupid. To just go stupid, especially when I gotta do it out here. It's like y'all don't know nothing about this. I don't even care if y'all like the song or not. This is my moment right here.
It's me.
This is for me. I'm finna go absolutely nuts for this, probably minute 30 seconds, because they're not gonna play the whole thing.
This year is gonna be absolutely nuts for you as well as things continue to progress. What are you looking forward to this year that's maybe already in motion or that's already happening? I
mean, I'm already working on the next project. And I have the project after that fully planned out. Been talk. It's gonna be a whole thing. Valentino Viper is gonna be such a thing. It's full like 70s. So it's gonna be like a thing. Watch, you'll see. But I'm dropping the project before that. I haven't named it yet, and it's gonna be super lit. Probably just gonna be all WAPs, honestly.
What's WAPs mean? You gotta break that down for me.
WAP.
Okay.
Or the art of wapping.
Okay.
Is
And
synonym.
WAPs is plural, I'm assuming. Okay.
It's a synonym for a slap.
Got you. Okay.
Or a blap.
Okay. You switched it up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Canadians might say quap. Quapping. So that's what I'm working on, and what I'm looking forward to doing is I want to triple everything I did in 2019. I went gold twice, platinum once, Grammy nominated.
I got bands, Costa Rica.
Come on, baby. I want to triple everything that I did, including my streams, including the amount of projects I put out. I put out 1 last year. I want to put out 3 this year. So that's where it is, and where that lands me, what I get to cross off, I don't know. I'm waiting. I gotta sit with Sam, because at the beginning of 2019, he made like a goal list. Okay. And
so he made goals, and you're like, what the fuck is this, Sam?
I mean, but that's how I work though. I'm just so like I ain't really lazy like that. I have my moments, of course. I'm an artist, but for the most part, like, if you give me an objective, or you drop me in a room and tell me to do something, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Like you did with Dreamville.
Yeah.
You guys excelled in that.
That's really how I tackle my whole career. Like, I don't be knowing what's going on. I need somebody like Sam, who's structurally and orderly, to tell me, all right, this is what we doing. This is the goals that we should hit. And I tell him what I want to do in between those goals, or like, it works the other way. I tell him something that I've been interested in. He comes up with a list of things or ways to approach that. So that's just probably what I'll do now that we're at the top of this one. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for spending time breaking it down. By the way, I mentioned that your neck was gonna be all jacked up. You look good. You look fine.
I mean, you could feel it if you touch it though. Yeah. This whole thing's swollen right here. I've
so you had like an allergic reaction or something?
I don't know, but I actually been in pain this whole time.
Man, well, let's get you back to the hospital.
I've been in heavy pain this whole time.
It's intense.
This perfect sunset music.
Yeah, when you're waiting for a Snoop verse, and then it pops up in the email, and you hear that, that's got to be a crazy moment when you're actually listening to it for the very first time. Like, what did he give me?
And if you want to know something even crazier that I'll tease, Snoop sent me back 2 verses.
The dog father. Wow.
So shout out Uncle Snoop, man. I can't wait till you get back. We've been DMing a lot. Nephew waiting. You know, the dog and the falcon.
Man.
We got some real moves.
And you had like T.I.'s tapped in.
Yeah.
obviously J. Cole with the Dreamville project, been in talks with Drake in the past, and you've waited on things, but like, is there one where you're like, maybe someone who you haven't even really talked to yet, where you're like, man, I really want to establish a relationship there, and then if music comes, it comes?
Yeah. I want to meet, because I already got music with him, but we haven't like really met directly. I want to meet Chad Hugo of the Neptunes.
Because you're a big Pharrell and Neptunes fan as a kid, their visuals and all their style.
Yep. I want to meet CeeLo. I got to get with CeeLo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm scared to meet Kanye West now. I don't know. He just seems so radical.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to have my meet Michael Jordan moment. Frank Ocean is a GOAT to me, and so is Young Thug.
Gotcha.
They both people who everybody in this generation actively emulates and takes from, and that's what I hope to be in maybe like 2-3 years, if not now.
You are well on your way, bro. My guy, let's get you. We got to get you to the front of the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get you in there. I was telling people in the intro that this might just be a whole scam and that you were trying to get me to pay for some medical procedure or something.
That's what I got. I got the hose in there for you.
Next time we hang out, I didn't come prepared. I should have brought a do-rag. But next time I could use a tutorial.
Oh yeah, just text me your Addy. I'm gonna send you a whole pack. You know, I got my own brand.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Feel free to shout it out.
Buy my amazing, super high quality silk bust down do-rags with holographic attachments, details, and decals for the front of the dome. Once you equip it to the scalp, your stamina, wisdom, and mana all increase by at least 300 points across the board. Not even talking about the strength. Get that. And more merch, like bedazzled hoodies and all the other shit that I fucking make, because I make random shit. And floss.
Floss.
We got collectible floss. Me and Snoop are selling collectible floss to go with the song. It's something that's super tight. It can sit on any shelf. This shit is cheap because it's floss. But we designed it really dope, and it's just a dope merch item. All of that and more at Guapdad4000.com.
My guy, thank you so much, dude, for doing this.
My guy,
I'm just glad you lived through it. And
yeah, me too. Cause I mean, it was a point during fucking Outcast where my shit started ringing. I kind of zoned out for a second. I was like, oh yeah, throw your hands in there.
I'll cut it out. It's the power of editing. They'll never know.
It's cool. I don't delete no tweets. I don't delete no posts unless Sam make me. I don't care.
Sam, get on your head, boy.
Yeah, he will.
My guy.
Cause I say some wild things.
Some young, wild West Oakland shit.
Yeah, I was just telling old girl. If we only 2 days into the new year, 3 days into the new year, I probably already jacked off 18 times. Damn! I'm running the 6-piece McNugget a day.
Wow. Shit. I'm not touching towels at your spot.
Honestly, I wouldn't even touch nothing.
I wouldn't even go in the zone.
I really be on my balcony a lot.
Just firing off at the neighbors?
Hey, I'm busting a nut on the universe. I'm trying to impregnate it with my essence.
You're a rare breed, my boy. You're a rare fucking breed, and I enjoyed every second of it.
My God, Kev.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
Get in there and go get that neck brace.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I could be dying. I don't know. But either way, I still got to rap.
Yeah.
I'm working on the soundtrack to the
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that they didn't hear that, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
2020, baby.
And I'm mafia trained steel vault. That's not coming out of me.
I'm gonna announce.
I'll just say, congratulations.
Oh yeah. What?
Man.
What?
All right, bro.
All right.
Be good. I'll hit you up soon.
My man. Thank you.
Take care, bro. That was amazing. Thanks, y'all, for joining me.